Welcome to Sportpen. Today we're diving headfirst into the stratosphere of Deion Sanders. A figure who didn't just play the game. He seemed to, well, bend the very rules of athletic possibility.
Absolutely.
We're talking about those moments that made you jump out of your seat, the sheer audacity of his ambition and the kind of performances that become legendary water cooler talk.
Yeah.
Get ready, because we're about to dissect what makes a true icon, and Sanders definitely carved out his own definition.
It's quite remarkable, isn't it, how immediate his impact was. Think about it. Stepping onto an NFL field for the very first time and taking a punt 68 yards to the house for a touchdown.
Right away.
And that's not easing into a career. That's kicking down the door and announcing prime time has arrived.
Exactly. And according to Eugene Parker, who knew him well, that wasn't just a one-off. It was like a hallmark of his career, delivering those electrifying plays precisely when the pressure was dialed up to 11. It's almost as if he had an extra gear reserved for the biggest stages.
He really seemed to thrive on it.
Now, let's talk about prime time. Where did this, larger-than-life persona actually come from?
Well, interestingly, it wasn't some Madison Avenue creation, The primetime identity was actually forged in the more humble setting of his Florida State dorm room. It was a personal commitment he made to his mother.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't about empty bravado. It was a self-constructed image built on, unwavering self-belief. He totally understood the entertainment value. He even acknowledged that whether fans cheered him or booed him, they were turning in to witness the primetime spectacle.
Which you have to admit was pretty shrewd thinking. He took the critiques, people saying he was overly confident, maybe too flamboyant.
Oh, yeah, definitely heard that.
And turned himself into appointment viewing. And the thing is, he wasn't just hype. The man absolutely had the goods to back it up.
No question.
A 5th overall draft pick by the Falcons in '89. With those scorching sub 4.3 second 40-yard dashes. I mean, the raw athleticism was just undeniable.
Absolutely. And he weaponized that speed on the field. In his 5 seasons with the Falcons alone, he snagged 24 interceptions.
24?
Yeah, and 3 of which he turned into touchdowns. Then you look at 1992, he not only led the league in kickoff return yards, but also in yards per return and return touchdowns.
That's dominance.
It really is. Those aren't just good stats. That's pure dominance in the return game.
And his entire NFL resume is just, it's jaw-dropping. 53 career interceptions, a record-setting 19 non-offensive touchdowns. That's return TDs, interception TDs.
Unbelievable numbers. Record set.
8 Pro Bowl nods, 6 All-Pro selections, not 1 but 2 Super Bowl rings, and then the Defensive Player of the Year award in '94.
Right.
The accolades just kept rolling in, culminating in his Hall of Fame induction in 2011 and a well-deserved spot on the NFL's all-decade team for the '90s.
And what's particularly noteworthy, I think, is how he seemed to redefine the cornerback position itself.
How so?
While Parker pointed out his unique blend of size, that incredible next man speed, as he called it.
Next man speed. I like that.
And a sharp football intellect, what Parker termed football character. He wasn't just relying on his physical gifts, you see. He was an intelligent, instinctive player and driven by an insatiable desire to be the best.
You can see that.
And those 2 Super Bowl victories really underscore that commitment to winning at the highest level.
Okay, now we arrive at the part that, still feels like something out of a sports fantasy movie or something.
Oh, yeah, the 2-sport thing.
Excelling in both the NFL and Major League Baseball. Simultaneously. We're not talking about, a publicity stunt. This was a genuine 2-sport career at the absolute highest echelon.
Precisely. And the fact that he played for both Atlanta franchises, the Falcons and the Braves, that undoubtedly simplified the logistics, right? Made it a bit more feasible.
Necessary geographically.
But even with that convenience, attempting to play an NFL game down in Miami and then an MLB Championship Series game up in Pittsburgh on the same day, that was October '92.
I remember that.
That's the kind of ambition, maybe craziness you rarely see, even if the baseball appearance didn't quite materialize that particular night.
But the sheer audacity of even trying.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And let's not overlook his contributions on the baseball diamond. He wasn't just filling a roster spot.
No, not at all.
Hitting over .300 for a Braves team that topped the league in triples and won their division.
Yeah.
That's more than just a hobby,
Definitely. Teammates like Keith Riddick have talked about the admiration, even maybe inspiration they felt watching him manage it. competing at such a high level in two incredibly demanding sports.
Riddick said you admired it more than you hated on it.
Right. Consider that anecdote of him showing up late for a Dolphins game, having missed all practice that week because of baseball.
Crazy.
And still stepping onto the field and contributing. That speaks volumes about his inherent talent and the trust, maybe a bit grudgingly given, that his coaches placed in it.
You have to trust him at that point.
And then that bold declaration upon his return to the Braves in '92, promising a kickoff return touchdown and the full primetime celebration, the tomahawk chop.
Oh, yeah, the dance and the chop.
And then actually delivering it. That's just the stuff of legend, isn't it? Pure primetime.
And then the '92 World Series. Batting .533, 2 doubles, 5 stolen bases. That's an all-star caliber performance on baseball's biggest stage.
Phenomenal. John Smoltz, his teammate, even believed that if Deion had dedicated himself solely to baseball.
Just baseball.
Yeah, just baseball. He could have become one of the game's all-time great leadoff hitters. That's high praise from a Hall of Famer.
Wow, that really puts it in perspective.
It does, and it contextualizes his baseball career. He himself admitted that playing in MLB was, in his words, much harder than the NFL.
Interesting.
And when you examine his career numbers, played 9 seasons, a respectable 5.5 BBWAR, which in baseball terms represents his overall contribution, it's clear he was a valuable MLB player, a genuinely serviceable, sometimes star-level player.
Well, being elite in the NFL.
While simultaneously being a dominant Hall of Fame force in the NFL. That duality is what cements his unique status. It's just incredible.
So the primetime persona wasn't just an act then, was it? It felt like more than that.
I don't think it was just an act, no. Eugene Parker captured it perfectly, I thought. He described Sanders as a credible performer, brimming with genuine enthusiasm and charisma. He allowed fans to sort of vicariously experience that excitement through him.
Yeah, you felt that.
It was about elevating his performance when the spotlight was brightest, in primetime.
He lived up to the name.
Absolutely. His revolutionary techniques in covering receivers in football, the widely held belief that he, single-handedly transformed the cornerback position, it all contributes to the enduring legend.
Changed the game.
He wasn't just an entertainer, he was an exceptional talent. Truly exceptional. And his iconic style, the high-stepping, the bandanas, it's now ingrained in football history.
But his story doesn't just end on the playing field, does it? He transitioned into coaching.
That's right. Starting at the high school level with Prime Prep Academy and AAA Academy.
Now, those early coaching endeavors weren't without their challenges, right? There were controversies surrounding Prime Prep.
Yes, that's a crucial part of his overall narrative. It wasn't always a smooth upward trajectory. Prime Prep had its issues and eventually closed.
Right.
However, his success at the collegiate level, first at Jackson State, where he led them to a SWAC championship and a program best 11 wins, earning the prestigious Eddie Robinson Award that truly highlighted his potential as a leader, as a head coach.
And then the move to Colorado, taking over a program that had really struggled for years.
For a long time, yeah.
And quickly making them nationally relevant, almost overnight it felt like. That's a remarkable feat in itself.
It really is. And his focus extended beyond just wins and losses. He emphasized the importance of academics and community involvement within his programs. That's been a consistent theme.
So how does he do it?
Yeah.
What's his approach?
Well, what's particularly insightful is the description of his coaching philosophy as being akin to a military commander's approach.
Okay.
This involves setting very high standards, establishing clear strategies, demanding accountability from his players, and ensuring they have the necessary support, logistical support, everything to succeed.
Structure and discipline.
Exactly. His want it, work it, win it philosophy and his constant encouragement for his players to believe in themselves really underscore that driven mindset we saw as a player.
And he aimed to cultivate a winning culture built on specific character traits.
Yeah.
Being smart, tough, fast, disciplined, but also having character.
Yes. Smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. That's his mantra. He emphasized honesty and truthfulness as fundamental to his leadership. It's a pretty comprehensive approach, seems like, that goes far beyond just X's and O's.
Of course, his career hasn't been, completely free of controversy either. We mentioned Prime Prep.
Right.
There was that memorable $sign incident with Carlton Fisk way back in his baseball career.
Oh, yeah. The Fisk incident. Drew it in the dirt.
The way he's utilized the transfer portal, especially Colorado, that's drawn scrutiny recently.
Definitely a hot topic.
And the perception of, narcissism has kind of been a recurring theme throughout his public life, fairly or unfairly.
It certainly followed him, even that early interaction with the New York Giants before the draft, where he essentially told them he wouldn't bother with their written test because he'd be gone before their pick anyway.
Classic prime time, even then.
It all adds to the multifaceted and, sometimes polarizing image of Deion Sanders.
But then you hear the deeply personal motivation he revealed during his Hall of Fame speech. That adds another layer entirely.
Which part?
His unwavering determination to ensure his mother never had to endure the hardships of her job again after witnessing her being mocked for it when he was young.
Right, I remember that. That was powerful. It adds a profound layer of understanding, maybe, to that primetime drive.
Absolutely. And the disclosure of his suicide attempt back in 1997 during a difficult personal period, his first divorce.
Yeah, that was shocking to many.
It serves as a powerful reminder that even individuals who project immense confidence and, flamboyance can face significant personal struggles. It really challenges that purely carefree image he often portrayed.
Very true. It shows the human side behind the persona.
Looking beyond his individual journey, his impact on the broader sports landscape is just undeniable, isn't it?
I'd say so. He's been a vocal advocate for greater representation of HBCU talent in the NFL draft.
He really has.
And his success at Jackson State has undoubtedly brought increased national attention and, you could argue, inspired both coaches and players within those programs. He put a major spotlight there.
He absolutely did. The Coach Prime effect was real.
And the ongoing debate, you always hear it about his place among the greatest multi-sport athletes of all time, often mentioned alongside Bo Jackson.
The Bo versus Deion debate.
Yeah. It speaks volumes about the rarity and profound impact of athletes who can achieve such elite levels in two incredibly demanding sports.
It really does. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, Deion Sanders' career is just this compelling study in athletic brilliance, absolutely. But it's intertwined with this larger-than-life personality, this brand he built.
It's a unique package.
His relentless drive and those unforgettable, game-changing moments didn't just entertain us.
Yeah.
They left, like an indelible mark on the very fabric of professional sports.
He certainly changed things.
He really did. Well, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for listening to Sportpen.